What's up guys, GGFOREX here, welcome back to my channel, and finally we're getting some movement in the charts. Yes, I know if you're on about the lower time frames there can be some counter trend trades, but I didn't want to do that, I didn't want to take the risks, so I'm waiting for price to retrace back to certain key areas where I can get involved. GJ, which I'm in at the moment, which you guys know, has just been going sideways for the last 3 days, so since Wednesday it's just been going like this, very slow. And then this morning we've had a huge liquidation up, which I was kind of predicting happening, and then we're getting pushed down, but I'm waiting for the swing low to get broken before I can look for a possible re-entry on GJ and then close my current stop loss above the re-entry order block, so then I can sort of reduce my risk again to play it extra safe. So instead of having 1% on risk, I have maybe 0.75% on risk, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you that, and we've got possible re-entries on AU and NU, not re-entries but entries on AU and NU in my key areas where I was looking anyway. The only downside is the DXY is creating sell side liquidity, so obviously if the DXY is going to take it, then we can presume that AU is going to be going up. And I can see some, obviously a sell opportunity on AU. And obviously if the DXY is going down, AU is going up, it's probably not going to work out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in the chart, show you what I mean. Today's Friday, I'm not looking to get in any other trades, but next week could be a nice potential setups coming up for us in the future. But also GN has been the biggest tease ever, so let me just show you what I mean. Guys, so we're on the charts on GJ 4-hour time frame. As I was predicting, I knew this area was going to get filled. There was still some imbalance. As you can see, price has literally just filled that imbalance, hit a 1-hour order block in that area as well. So it's a nice rejection off this area. Price closed below it on the 4-hour time frame, is pushing down. I'm waiting for price to break this low first before I look for re-entry. Let me just change it to a different color so you can see it. So basically I'm waiting for this swing low to get broken before I can look for an entry, just because there is some IPA in here. This is an order block with an impulse that did break these possible highs. But as you can see, it created the channel, so most people will be seeing this for a channel. I can just do it out there. So most people are going to be seeing this. So let's just change this to yellow so you can see. Right, so price. Oh, nice. Brush tool. So price, as you can see, has been selling in this area for the last 3 days. Right, so people have been selling off of this. As soon as it hits, sells. As soon as it hits, sells. As soon as it hits, sells off. Comes back up, sells off. Comes back up, sells off. And then come London Open, bang, exploded up. And then I wanted to push down, break this, and then we can look for a retracement back and then sell off. That's what I want to happen. That'll be really good, because then it will turn maybe my 1 to 10 trade into 2 1 to 10 trades, which would be great, giving me a total of like 10% gain, which would then hopefully make me pass the verification stage, which would be fantastic. So I'm waiting for that to happen. So GJ is finally getting some movement after being going sideways for so long. GN has been absolute tease. Actually, I've had 2 possible entries. This one missed by 9 pips. This one missed by 4 pips. So it's kind of annoying. If we go to the daily time frame, you can kind of see I was right. Price was going to sell off in this area. It's definitely sold off in this area, but now I need to be smart in where I get back in. If price breaks this swing low down here, price breaks this swing low, then I want it to retrace back to a logical point of interest. Then we can start to look to sell it off again, because remember, this is 1600 pips to where I believe the price will go to, and obviously that's a long way to get in. If I miss the first entry or the second entry, there will be plenty more possible re-entries on this pair as price goes down. But yeah, so maybe next week we get the retracement, maybe the week after that we get an entry or some sort of pattern in that area. But really, GN's been a tease and I don't like it. Annoying. It's like the hardest thing with trading is predicting of what's going to happen next, but actually being able to catch it at the right moment. That's the skill, that's the trick, and that's where it can be very frustrating, because then you don't want to get annoyed and frustrated with the market and then go chasing price for it only to reverse back if you just have the patience and then it's now taking you out. So let me know in the comment box below if you've had that before, where you've been chasing price because you were right but you didn't quite get in and then you got liquidated out. Let me know in the comments below, because I feel like that's a common problem with trading in general. is one of the fears of missing out, FOMO. It's definitely a skill that you need to overcome, and I know a lot of people in the GGFOREX group do struggle with that, and link for that is down below as well. So let's just look at AU, what I was looking at for this. I did a 1 hour markup. Obviously I didn't enter in on a 1 hour markup because I was hoping it was going to break a swing low before it triggered it. So let me just show you what I mean. AU come up into my point of interest for a possible sell. We have a beautiful distribution happening and a creation of a UTAD. So obviously you guys who know Wyckoff, you know what I mean by that. As you can see, created equal highs, exploded up, and now wanted it to break this low down here. So I'm going to do that. I wanted it to break that low. It's lagging this low, but it hasn't. So maybe price comes down, up, and then we get a break, and then we can see what could possibly go wrong. Something like that is what I'm predicting to happen on AU. But in order for that to happen on AU and NU, AU and NU are basically the same thing. If I show you quickly, you can see it's basically the same markup. I want the same things to happen. But if you have a look on the DXY, you'll be able to see it is creating liquidity to the downside. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Obviously this is where I was predicting some sort of bullish action to happen on the dollar index. We are getting that consolidation, but during that consolidation we are making equal lows, and obviously equal lows to me are targets. So I feel like DXY could possibly push up a bit, but then maybe still come down before we have the full move. We've already had a gap fill on the DXY. So what I mean by a gap fill, if I go to the 1 hour, you'll be able to see what happened on Tuesday morning. As you can see, this yellow bar is weekend, so Saturday, Sunday. This price action is Monday. We've had a gap. What happened on New York Open? Price exploded up, liquidated the Asian equal highs that was created here, filled this gap, an imbalance, and then came back down again. So there is bullish pressure happening. Obviously price is going down, DXY is going up, but my only concern is, as you can see, it's making perfect equal lows. And obviously for me, that is a sign that saying price still will come down to liquidate people out of their orders. And if I zoom out a little bit further, you'll see the overall high time frame equal lows that were created down here and created over here as well. So DXY is still in that funny limbo zone, but if you have a look, the RSI is working its way up, and if you have a look at this, the angle isn't going down, but it's not as steep as that. So something is happening. They are putting buy orders in, but because they're creating equal lows, the liquidation to the downside is still on the card. So obviously I'm not going to go in on AU or NU yet for sells until I get that confirmed breaker structure, what I'm looking for. So I want to break that swing low first before I can confirm, yes, this is where AU could possibly reverse. Because I could be wrong, it could still just come down, make a higher low, then push up and make a higher high. That can perfectly happen. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm looking at. It is a Friday. I'm just happy that GJ is sort of on the move now. But again, I need that swing low to be broken before I can comfortably say, yes, I can move my stop loss now to a better, safer position for me and look for a re-entry. But again, it's still early days, and when price action does consolidate for a long time, then usually we get an explosive move outwards. So potentially next week we could be looking good for, as I said, re-entries and possible just getting a nice trade on this. This is what, 1 to 9.5. So if I can get another position at 1 to 9.5, maybe 1 to 10, then we would have passed the verification stage, which would be great. Anyway guys, that is all I'm looking at for today. It is Friday. I'm not looking to get in any positions until we get the extra confirmations. Then I want to see what price action does on Monday. I don't want it to shoot back up because I know it can liquidate Friday's highs and lows. I want it to respect Friday's highs, and I want it to disrespect Friday's lows. Obviously, if I'm looking for sells, and the opposite, I'm looking for buys. Hope you're writing notes down about this, and if you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below, or just join your GGFOREX group. The link's down below as well. I've got almost 1,200 members in there now, and it's amazing, and also your personal stories and struggles, and I help you guys out with that in the DMs as well. So guys, love you all. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.